All right. So hi, good afternoon. A lot of you guys have already met me. My name is Alvin Michelle. I'm the Library Services Liaison. I'll be serving as the secretary. I'll be taking care of the minutes. I'll be taking care of making sure the meeting goes into order. So we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order because we do have a quorum. Quorum is 4 physical people. Thank you so much for showing up today. And we'll just do a roll call. So if you guys can do me the favor over here, just call out your name and we'll just go down the list that way.
Jose Maria Colón Valles, the second.
Rosie Maldonado.
Nora Garza.
George Olivo.
Mandy Martinez. Thank you. We're going to go to number 2, discussion and action. So the appointment of officers. So on our advisory board, we're allowed 1 chairperson and 1 vice chairperson. And I believe the rule is that you have to have been on our board for a full year prior to, for a full year. So I believe there's only, you can remind me.
Mr. Olivo, right.
Mr. Doris here to qualify right now. So how would you like to go? Do you want to?
Somebody would still need to nominate who would like to serve as chair and vice chair.
What do you want to do?
Whatever you want. I don't mind serving as chair. I've done it before and it's a pleasure.
Okay, so I would need someone to nominate Mr. Olivo or.
Nominate Mr. Olivo for chair.
Yes. And I second.
And then all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Vice chair would be Ms. Norris. I need someone to.
And then nominate me.
Someone to seek motion for Nora? Someone to second? Hi.
I nominate Nora.
So moved.
And
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next up, we have discussion and action. Some staggering term limits for newly appointed board members by assigning 2 members to 2-year terms and 3 members for 3-year terms. Now, this is due because we have a lot of new people. And this year, at the end of the 2-year term, that is the typical, it would be like most of our board up for reappointments. So for that reason, we're going to stagger terms. We're going to do a raffle system for the 5 newly appointed people. That's Mr. Joe, Ms. Nora, Ms. Hania, hi, Ms. Yvonne Sosa, who isn't here, and Ms. Mandy Martinez. So Ms. Brenda is going to go ahead and pick out the names and then pick out randomly the term limits.
Essentially, it's to avoid what we just happened right now. So the whole board doesn't leave us at the same time. So if Lisa pick up the first names, don't hate me.
So wait, that's for a 2-year or 3-year term?
And so
They're going to raffle it.
There's going to be 2 people. There are going to be 2 terms,
So
2
for
years.
Joe, you get to pick out, and here's what is the deciding factor of whether you get 2 or 3 years.
Oh, Lord.
Pick it yourself.
Oh, it's not good. Here we go.
You get a 3-year term. Next name?
You put your name in the book of fire.
Anya. Okay. 2-year term. 2-year terms. Okay.
Okay.
Yvonne?
Yvonne's not here today, so I can pick for her.
Don't hate me, Yvonne. We're never put that in here. 2-year. Nora?
3 years.
I'm sorry. You're fine there. 3 years.
3-year.
And I've done 2 already. So there you go. You're going to do 5.
3-year.
So the next is approval of the minutes. So in front of you on your table, you have them printed. You have October's, November's, and December's because we weren't unable to have a quorum for these dates. So we're just going to go ahead with our newly appointed officials. If you guys want to look them over, I already emailed them to you in advance, but if you want to scan them briefly and then go ahead and vote on whether or not to approve.
Will someone have the motion to approve all the minutes? Or do you have to go one by one?
Oh, we can just now. She's asking, are you motioning?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
because I read everything. back.
okay, I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All those who are not in favor? Okay. Now we go into the presentation part of our meeting. Adult services.
Good afternoon. My name is Berta Gomez. The Adult Services. I'll get started by showing you what we did last month. And we started off December with doing a Christmas Carol lip sync battle, and this was at both branches. As you can see, we have people of all ages. We even have a little Grinch family come in and do some dancing. They got the prize of the night. And on the other side, you can see at Southmost how they were gathered there. I wasn't there, but I got the pictures to show you guys. They had to choose, Christmas songs that they would sing to or when lip sync, but they all wanted to sing. Then we had diamond painting of Christmas greeting cards. It did take more than an hour for them to finish, and it was also because they wanted to do more. They really appreciated it. The next one. Then since September, we started the Little Seed Library and Plant Exchange program at both branches. These are some pictures of here at Maine. The ones that are indoors, we have them with UV lighting. Okay, so they have some fake sun on there with them. Then on the side, there's books that they can check out in regards to gardening. And right there where you see the little cubbies, you have seeds of herbs, flower plants, vegetables, and fruits. I refill them every month, and so does Southmost as well. Then on the side, there's a binder with the information of how they can take care of the seeds that they're taking out. And then on the side of that green binder, there's a chart where people fill out their name. Well, the chart that says, that's right there, the gardener sign out sheet. They write in their name, the type of seeds that they took, the type of plant that they decided to take, and the one that they left behind. They could either just sign up to take seeds and that's it, or they could just come in to do the plant exchange too. And just a little example is the one on the picture on the side. And the way that I do the stats is I count how many items were taken, right? Whether the person decided to take more than just one. We just say, just take one type of seeds per week. Pero a veces agarran un poquito más. Right. And that's how I do the stats right there. I count every single line of them. Do you guys have any questions about this program? Have you guys seen it?
I saw the one in, I saw both. They're great, but the one in Salmos with the wind, I saw that it fell over.
Yes. We're going to be taking care of that. We're going to see if it's going to be replaced or not, or,
Okay.
you know.
I was like, no.
Over here too, the one that we had over here outside, it happened to. Yeah, we're learning.
I had two quick questions on that because I came for a tour last week and I saw that that's great. I have two lingering questions. One is like seed maintenance. You said you replenish those seeds and like community replenishes those seeds. Are the seeds okay in like that environment, like in the storage? Like, I'm just like thinking like.
Well, I've watched them and they look the same to me.
Okay.
I can look into it.
No, I just want
So
to
you
make
like
a good
seed
seed.
storage?
And, yeah, that they're safe for folks to take.
The ones that I do have, they're in packages and it would say like when they expire.
Oh, perfect.
So they're sealed. And the ones that the patrons leave, because sometimes they do, I use those immediately to put there because I don't know.
I just am worried about humidity, I think is my concern. And then like getting mold and stuff.
Yeah.
And the second question is like on the plant exchange. I know it's a new program, but are y'all making sure like pests are like a thing that happen? Like when folks bring in plants that maybe you might have.
It could like the little fly things.
Well, like, just any-
Pero like, yeah, like even on my desk. Is si me dan una planta, like there's like those little flies, but I don't think we've had that issue. I haven't seen them.
I haven't, and it does state on our promotional materials to please make sure it's okay for your household, both for your pets, like that I have like other types of animals at my house. I have to make sure that the type of plant I'm taking to my home is okay. And we ask that anybody who brings in a plant, that they make sure that it's safe, or if they're an invasive species, that they label it on the plant, just so you know what you're getting into, whether or not it needs to be in its own specific pot and will kind of go outwards, or whether or not it's good to keep around the whole garden. So we have warnings on our labeling at both branches.
Okay, awesome, thank you.
And we have some for them if they want to put it, if they didn't get to have something to put it at home. Like we have them there inside the greenhouse. Yeah. And for this month, right now, you guys are welcome to come, pass by, and check out our apple nachos. That's what we're preparing.
Mhm.
And then we already started with our computer classes. This past Tuesday was about LibreWriter, which is the free version from LibreOffice of Microsoft Word. And then tomorrow we're going to do Calc, Draw, and Impress. Then towards the end of the month, we're going to have the PNC bank rep come in and give a budgeting class to our people. And that's going to be it from the adult services. Do you guys have any thoughts, questions, recommendations?
No, sorry, back to the seed thing.
Mhm.
Are y'all partnering with the Brownsville Wellness Coalition? I think I was told that it was probably in the past.
I know
partnership.
They've given us some seats. And are we doing anything else with it?
So the Brownsville Wellness Coalition, as well as our own health department, started this initiative through La Raíz Project. So they have donated some plants over to us and some seeds, but we're trying to make sure that we maintain what is here at our library systems, just so that we keep on helping the community that way. We do have a meeting with them next week on other installations that will be happening in the future for BTX Health. So we'll continue to collaborate amongst the organizations to make a better setting. Another thing that they helped us with is we do check out some limited gardening toolkits at both branches that we were donated from both Brownsville Wellness and BTX Health to be able to circulate through our library system. So we're able to check this through our library as well. That's part of our growing seed program. If you guys have any information or any suggestions, feel free to reach out to Ms. Bertha for main branch and Jose Gonzalez for Southmost, and we'll see what else we can initiate as the year goes on.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll be going.
Hi guys, my name is Lázaro Castro. I'm the children's librarian for the main branch, and I'll be presenting on what Children's has done this past month. So this past month in December, we had Pictures with Santa. Here at Maine, we had 300 people in attendance for Pictures with Santa, and then 181 people came for the sensory friendly night, which is very similar to the Pictures with Santa, but we don't include any noise. We try to remove a lot of things that could become a sensory overload to the patrons that may be affected by that. And then at Southmost, we had 267 for the Pictures with Santa and 96 for sensory friendly night. The numbers overall were a little bit less than the year prior. So, but we are still very, very excited with all the patrons that came in, and they were all very happy to be able to take pictures with both Santa and Stitch this year. And then I did want to give y'all just a brief presentation since we have a lot of new board members. Brief presentation of just one slide on what we do within Children's Services. So within Children's Services, our main focus is to promote literacy, especially for the little ones in our community. So we do that through a bunch of different events, including story time and bouncing babies that usually takes place on Wednesday mornings here, and then Wednesday afternoons at our Southmost branch. And then we do host kids nights, which will sometimes be like a craft. Other times it'll be a full art project or even STEM project. And that's kind of to get the kids to actually apply different things and get them moving with their hands and stuff like that. We do have a reader advisory and a passive programming. That will usually be in the sense of we have our scavenger hunts that help the kids become more familiar with the children's department. So we'll hide little letters, little clues throughout the department at each of the both branches. And then we also have our summer reading program. Summer reading program is open for patrons of all ages. And there are prizes based on drawings that we host. And this, again, it's since the kids are not in school during the summer, it's a way to incentivize them to continue to read even though you're not in school. We do also host sensory-friendly and toddler play dates. Those are just days that the kids are able to come in. We provide some toys to play with. And then it also helps build up that community and just exposing the children to other people, because that's something that we saw a large decline because of COVID. So that was why that was initiated to kind of get kids with that face-to-face interaction again. And then we also help with hosting some of the holiday events, including as the previous slide, the photos with Santa, a lot of the extravaganza that'll be on the children's department as well. And you'll see the additional programs as we go month by month. So in January, these are the events that we'll be hosting. We have the Stories and Snacks happening every Wednesday. At Main is at 11 a.m. At Southmost is at 5:30 p.m. And then this Friday, we're going to be hosting our after hours tween night. This is for kids, teens, tweens, ages 9 to 12. Very similar to our Teens Lock-In that we host for the teens event, for the teens department, but this is the tweens. We had some kids that wanted to stay behind with their older siblings, but because of the ages, we wanted to host something specifically for them. It's not going to be overnight. It's going to be from 7 to 10, 11. From 7 to 11, just because of their age, they're a little bit younger. They're not as great at staying up all night like the teens are. And then on January 20th, we're going to be hosting the DIY picture frames. So we're going to be providing the frame and some arts and crafts so that they could create their own picture frames, put their picture in there. And then we'll also be having a Lego Lab happening later this month. That's it. Any questions for me?
I do. For that tween night, what activities would they be working on, or let's say the kid comes in, what do they do?
So this was kind of before Lazio was hired as the children's librarian. Kayla from Southmost and I decided that we would create this tween night. So he's kind of catching up with us a little bit, but we're going to have two different crafts. We're going to have like a phone charms craft, and then we're also going to have a air dried clay craft, and we're trying to make them special and unique. They will also have a mini golf session, which we've decided to put in the stacks on the library floor, so we can have them go and do different stations throughout the library and kind of have some active stuff that way. They will be also gaming if they like. We'll have 2 Nintendo Switch systems set up for them to play. One of the things that we've seen from the lock-ins is that one of the things they love more than even the stuff that we do or the stuff that we feed them or give them is they love hanging out together,
because it's a different crowd than just the local school crowd. It's like kind of everybody together, and they like to just hang out and yak and talk. And just as an example, they were a little mischievous at the last teen lock-in. All of our graphic novels got reorganized, which we didn't know until the following Tuesday, and it was like, whoa. But, you know, they have fun together. So they will be doing some of that. We're gonna, I think, put them in the teen zone, and then what else were we gonna do? I think feed them. Yes, we're gonna have pizza. We're gonna have hot Cheetos and hot nachos, that like a nacho bar. They can put their own nachos together. We'll have paletas and some candy, and then usually every hour or hour and a half, we have kind of prize giveaways, and we have great prizes. You know, the money that we're given, we go and buy what we truly think they're gonna love and want, and they gasp. So it's usually a really good thing. They have a lot of fun. We've done it typically for teens through the lock-in, but we thought there's so many tweens around here, and we'd love to build that community with them, help them know each other as library friends and community people. And so this is our first ever one. So we're going to test it out a little bit and see how it goes, but we're kind of excited. So far, signups as of today were 21 kids. We usually get a lot in the last week. We're shooting for hopefully approximately 25, give or take. So any other questions?
That's great. Thank you.
It's going to be fun.
Sounds fun.
Hey, this is me. I'm Sarah Weisinger. I'm the Teen Services Librarian at the main branch. We've just hired a Teen Services Librarian at the Southmost branch. Lucy Zamora is her name, and she used to work at the library many years ago, then went off to teach and work at different schools, I believe Brownsville ISD. And now she's coming back as teen librarian here. So we're excited because she has a lot of direct experience with teens, and she's also bringing kind of like some goals to have like poetry and writing clubs and other things. So you'll hear from her next month. You're welcome to move ahead for me. In December, I only had like 2 events. We did them both at Main and Southmost, but these kind of sit before and after the big Main children's event. Because that's usually such a big event, we only have 2 events for teens this month. So we did a crowd pleasing Christmas tree ornaments this year. We had a lot of good prep. We threw in some Lilo and Stitch because we knew they would like it. It wasn't the biggest event, but people always seem to love creating Perler Beach. This was a very seasonal focus kind of thing. We had 26 people at Main and 28 at Southmost for kind of the big holiday events. We tend to get a very mixed crowd. So teens are in there, but not all in there. And what we've seen lately, especially for some of our big holiday timed kind of stuff, families kind of show up and we'll do it all together. So this was teen night, which is usually our first Tuesday of the month kind of event. And then we skipped our middle of the month event, and we did something all new this year. If you want to move to the next slide. So this one is a little different. We've never done this before. We did a teen volunteer day, taking over the Friends of the Library bookstore. And in addition to like just showing up, they made cookies. They wrapped gifts that were any books purchased as gifts. They hung out together. They manned the display sections and reorganized things a bunch of different times during the day. We did it at Southmost from 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. just because that felt like better for that crowd. And here we did it 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and it was a long day. I'm sorry to tell you. But so we had 69 teens show up at Main, which is an amazing number on that first day of their vacation. And they were pretty much spread throughout the day. And they seemed to have a lot of fun. The bookstore sold about $146 worth of stuff for the day. That doesn't sound like a lot of money, but given that most books are 50 cents, maybe $1, it shows that they did put some effort into all of that. At Southmost, they didn't have as many people. It was about 2 adults and 9 teens. The one thing just to report too that I thought was cool at Maine, one teacher showed up and made that everybody in his class come and do it here. And he was here volunteering with us also, and he helped manage them because I have never like managed so many teams where they were moving between things and trying to keep them all happy, organized, productive. Many of them also helped to clean the library that day. We got lots of vacuuming done, lots of dusting done, which was very cool. So they didn't just all stand around. The gift wrapping was fun. Some lady, she didn't buy any books, but she just brought all her gifts here to get gift wrapped. So, which was kind of cute. And anyways, we did it just out in front of the Friends of the Library bookstore here. We had a few tables with all the display stuff, but they did, the second picture in was the cookie making, and we had to clean it up a few times in the day because we had powdered sugar. But I guess they had a lot of fun making cookies to give out to patrons. Anyways, so that's what we did on 12/22. And I think it was so successful because we kind of hit the sweet spot of teens need to get their volunteer hours in. And they had to do it over the holiday and they were looking for something fun. One of the benefits for the Friends of the Library bookstore is they picked up a lot of volunteers that they have been striving to find and haven't been. So many of the same kids have been back to volunteer at the bookstore since then. Some of them regularly to help fill in their hours. So I consider that a great win.
Yes.
And that's all I've got for the month of December. Coming up in January, we have Cards Against Humanity play night. We use the family edition, so it's not too bad if you've ever played Cards Against Humanity. Quickly weed out anything that's too spicy, we'll call it. We did a decorate your own clipboard, focusing on prioritizing with some tips of prioritizing and what prioritizing can do for them as a benefit. And also I had at the end just a list of symptoms of overwhelm for kids who are not prioritized. And I did it without teaching it, but figuring it could walk away and they might read it later and gain some benefit from it later. And then our first after hours tween night is this coming Friday. We'll have Teen Anime, which is typically our last event in a month. We're going to look at Children of the Sea and we'll create air dried kind of sea monsters, sea creatures with that while they're watching. And then I've done something a little bit different. Also, we're going to have a book review contest. It's going from January 1 until February 28. It's like a mini one-page review. The books need to be checked out between January 1 and February 28. And we're also asking for a proof of a library card. We're just trying to drive some circulation to see if it has an effect. We'll have prizes, 3 prizes, one for the best YA romance review, the best YA nonfiction review, and then the person who puts in the most reviews will also win. We're hoping to have, I have to submit this still, but the plan is for Samsung tablets, which are great for note-taking and scheduling and staying organized. So that we're hoping to have as prizes. So far, nobody's turned anything in. They've got some time. We tried to make it simple. I don't have a copy of the form here. Our goal is to use the reviews on books in displays in the teen zone and on the shelves to let teens talk to teens about why the books are good. We're also just trying to drive some circulation in categories where we don't typically have a lot, just to build awareness of the collection.
Good afternoon. My name is Alan Polanco. I am a makerspace here at the main branch. I will be presenting for the makerspace department. So for December, we did the holiday race. At Southmost, we got 32, and at Main, we got 55. Essentially, we provided a little metal hoop, and they got to decorate with different decorations we bought as like little tree branches, and we had like little ornaments that they could put and hot glue onto the hoop. It was very nice because we got to see like a lot of patrons get creative and decorate it different ways. It was very interesting seeing them come up with, because I think because it essentially was just a bare metal hoop and they just decorated as how they wanted. Yeah, for Maine, we did have a lot of people show up. It was really nice. For January, for this month, we're doing shrink charm workshop. So essentially, it's a little piece of plastic that you can draw on, and then with a heat gun, we can shrink it, and then you can make it into like a phone charm or a keychain. It already happened at Southmost, and we got about 30 people. And here at the main branch, it's going to be on the 26th. We also did the reading buddies. We partnered with Bark, and they bring books that the children can read to, and it's very nice. It's very cute puppies. They're all barking. They can read to the puppies to like get them used to people, and that way they're more likely to get adopted. When we had it here at Maine, we got 70 people. It was a lot. But we didn't. I don't think they adopted a puppy, but we did get a big crowd. And essentially, that's basically it for the Makerspace department. Do you guys have any questions?
And the reading buddies you mentioned, are they reading to them with the puppy next to them, or are they in their kennels, or what?
They're in a kennel.
Okay.
So before the event starts, we have a Bark volunteer, so she makes them do like a little ceremony, like I promise I won't stick my fingers in the cage.
Oh, okay.
Just so like they won't. And yeah, they're in the kennels, and the children read to them. We have like these little pads from the children's department where they can sit on the mulch, so they won't have to sit on the mulch. We have little cushions, and we do provide the little bugs as well. And it's very nice. We do get a lot of kids like reading. And there was this really nervous dog. It was a poodle, but it was clean. Like it didn't have a lot of hair, and had a sweater. And when he at first got here, when it was a she. So when she first got there, she was like shaking, super nervous. And towards the end of the event, she was super calm. You could see her tail wagging. It was really nice. So we did. I feel like the kids really did get connected to the dogs. It was really.
Have you taken pictures of that? I don't think I've seen it on social media. Yes? Yes?
I need to go. I don't think.
I would like to point out that maybe not at this one, but speaking to Molly, who's the Bark volunteer, she has told us there's been at least 4 adoptions, and they don't happen right at the moment, but they'll go and be like, oh, we were at Reading Buddies and we want to
That's
have adoptions out of the program.
Great.
Yeah, and so like the program was initially established within Bark, and it's something that through collaborating with them, they brought it out to the libraries now. The kids were initially just having to go to the Bark center over there, but because of the hours that they're open, coming to the library also makes sense for them as well. And then this whole program was adopted from other cities where they've adopted similar programs, and they've noticed that reading to the dogs, even though they don't understand what you're saying, it does help the dog come up to the front of the kennel. And dogs that tend to come to the front of the kennel have a higher chance of being adopted. So that's the whole purpose of the program, is to try to get more dogs to be adopted by loving families.
And towards the very end of the program, usually the Bark team members that accompany the pets, they'll take them out, and so they'll walk around, and so they'll let some of the kids still pet them.
Yeah.
But that's towards the very end.
Oh.
Patrons are
Or some of the puppies.
They're always asking where the event is, and
3 days ago.
Okay.
And that's the one who was
Yeah,
talking about
they-
the super nervous in a sweater.
Bark took a little bit to get there just because it was.
But
So some communications, but there is a big crowd waiting for the thoughts. So I just let them like, hey, the folks on your way. It's okay. But we're very excited.
And there's another one coming up, I saw. Was that correct?
Southmost.
I thought most that's gonna be on the 26th.
Awesome.
We have some Channel 4 coverage. I swear there was. Channel
Yes.
4 or somebody.
I saw it on the news, so that.
See, I saw it on the news. Yeah, it came out.
Good job, y'all.
Basically, the way that they're trying to do it is since Makerspace only hosts one event a month, the branch that hosts the event does the event at that branch, and then Reading Buddies happens at the opposite branch. So that first Monday, we had Reading Buddies here at Maine, and we had the Shrink Charms at Southmost. So
This coming one, it's gonna be at Maine, we're gonna be having the Shrink Charm workshop, and then at Southmost, we're gonna be doing the Reading Buddies. Any other questions? Thoughts?
Great.
Cute pictures. I just went in there. So.
My name is Courtney Taylor. I'm the Library Services Coordinator, and I'm going to be presenting outreach services to you guys. So for the month of December, we went to Lincoln Park High School, and Miss Alma Michelle was able to present to the new mothers there. She was able to 19 youth there. But what's really awesome about us going to Lincoln Park High School is we get to talk to them about bringing people in and reading to itty bitty teeny tiny babies, as well as while the babies are still kind of gestating inside of you, that you can also read to them and promote their reading before they are even born. A lot of the resources that we promoted during this was our Mamava pod, where they're allowed to nurse within the library, and we have those at both libraries. Canopy, so that they can do at-home story time with their kids. Pictures with Senna, because it was right around the same time, as well as bringing people in for our toddler story times that happen at 10 o'clock, right?
Mhm.
Here on Wednesdays, right before our regular story time. So they were able to kind of bring in what literacy means to growing your child and really setting them up for success before they're in school and in programming. So that really helped us for outreach services, and it's an active program that really engages the students to be able to use the library and our services and know more about them. This brings our outreach total for this fiscal year up to about 3,200 change, which is pretty good for our first set of quarter. Usually this is around the time of year that we're a little slower with outreaches just because of holidays and our bigger Christmas programming taking up a lot of our staff. So does anyone have any questions, queries, concerns on outreach?
We were really lucky because on this outreach, it was Miss Mandy who invited us so we could, it was her program, so that was really nice.
Great job. That's amazing. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Lisa Rodriguez. I am the operations manager, currently serving as interim assistant director as well. For this portion, we like to highlight a database and offer statistics as well for library services we have in-house. So for this one, we're gonna do the West Financial Ratings. So what this is a financial planning tool that is an in-house and out-house, in-house and remote access used for our patrons that they can use. And basically what it offers is online service modules to the right. You have customization of Medicare supplement insurance, consumer guides, planning for the future, financial literacy basics, and how to become an investor. And usually for the first one, the Medicare supplement, they kind of help you compare rates and planning and what's the best benefit for you to use in Medicare. And then also, I do want to add that they are independent, they are unbiased as well, and they offer the strengths of financial banks, credit, and insurance companies as well. Next slide, please. And then for this one, if you look to the left side on the top, I know it's kind of small, the wording, but those are some widgets that we can use for our social promotions. And on the left side, it talks about investing in the stock market or getting the best deal on Medigap insurance. So they also offer different databases within the database itself. And on the right side, you'll see that they talk about banks, credit unions, insurance, and then for investments in stocks, mutual funds, and exchange traded funds as well. and they offer ratings such as buying, selling, and holdings of thousands of stock mutual funds as well. So it's kind of good for them to create their own personal account and kind of give them notifications on what's working on the market as far as stocking or anything that you're interested in for it. Next slide, please. And then I do want to mention that we do have an update on an electronic platform for ebooks and e-audio. We did get commission approved for a 10-month term for Overdrive. The app would be Libby that we'll be transitioning to. Currently, they are being transferred. Once that happens, we'll finalize and share the customized platform with all the public as well. So that should be coming. I'm hoping by February 1st, but I mean, it just depends on how fast the publisher will work with us. And then we will be going to commission on the 20th for physical materials as well. And for the background on that, just so you guys are aware, we used to have a platform called Boundless with Baker and Taylor. They did go out of business, so we had to find a different platform to move over our collection before we would use it. And we did an emergency, what's it called? Contract with them. And then once that term is over, within the next 2 months, we'll go again to commission for a request for proposal, which is an RFP looking out for bids for different companies. Next slide. And that's all I have for you for today.
Clarifying question. What is the first thing you were talking about?
Which
The waste, the waste finance. Is that like
it's a financial planning database
Gotcha. Okay. And that's available through the library.
for the public.
Gotcha.
Updates. Hello, everybody. For our new board members, I'm Brenda Trevino. I'm the interim library services director. And so Lisa kind of covered two right now for me. So that's okay. So I just wanted to reiterate that Lisa has been appointed interim assistant director for our department. And then also she covered the overdrive portion. But one more item on our update list is that we're very happy to announce that thanks to our internal services department, we are working on a sensory room here. They basically remodeled one of the areas in the children's department. We had kind of like it was a storage room that we had in children's behind the computer lab. And so that one's been remodeled. It'll be our future sensory room just to go ahead and cover the needs as time goes by. There's different needs that our patrons request. And so this has been one of them. It's in the phase where now Lázaro and Kayla will be working on furnishing the room and looking at options for Southmost. But at least here, step one, which is the remodel portion, has been completed. Looks very different to what it did. And so it looks really pretty in there. And it's got, we went with calming colors. It's like a very light blue, blues and grays, so it can be calming. And then the lighting, we fixed it so it's dimmable. So, you know, depending on the needs of a parent who needs to take their child in there, they can go ahead and manage the lighting situation there as well. So very happy that it is part of our work plan. So closer to finishing that item. So, yeah, that's basically what we've been working on. There's some few other projects in the works. That hopefully we'll be able to give you even further updates on future grants that Courtney has been working on. And also we did submit for the third year for Library Excellence Award. So waiting to hear on that one as well.
Yep. Before we adjourn, can I just say something to the new people that we have a very active library system here in Brownsville. I know that I've visited other cities and other people that I know, and I tell them about all the programs and all the things we have going, and McAllen doesn't have a lot of this that we have going on here. So thank you all for all that you do for our children, for our community. And those of you that are new will see that throughout the year.
May I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
I'm Mandy Martinez. I'm the itinerant librarian for BISD. And it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be part of this board. I'm very excited to be a part of it. I'm always promoting the library here, our libraries, but more so this one because you have an amazing program. My family and I, we love to travel, so everywhere we go, I go visit libraries. This summer, I went in Bangkok and in Hong Kong, and I have not seen any library like this one. And I'm always telling everybody, we have such a jewel here. All the services, the support to our community. So I'm here. I'm very happy, and I hope to be a liaison also between BISD and the Brownsville Public Library Services to better serve our community.
Welcome.
Thank you.
I should also introduce myself. I'm Hania Hussein. I'm a senior at UTRGV. I'm in my last semester. Thank God.
We've all been there. You got it. You got it.
You'll make it.
I'm on the pre-med track, so I'm almost done. But I haven't been into the library in a few years, and it's really amazing how you the amount of programs that you guys have. I really need to come and volunteer here more. This is really cool. Honestly, great job. Yeah, really nice.
My name is George Olivo. I'm a retired educator of 35 years service to the district, not BISD, but a neighboring school district. I'm very active in the community. I do work with a lot of nonprofits here in town. And so every time I have my different meetings throughout town, I try to promote the library as much as possible and tell them about the wonderful things we're doing here.
I'm Nora Garza. I'm a school librarian, not in the district here, but Arlington. But again, I'm always been an advocate for children from anywhere, not just my school district. And like Mr. Olivo, every time I have a chance, I'm trying to promote the different events that are happening because, a lot of the times, kids are at home, on their gaming when they could, come and separate from that and enjoy all this great programming and just kind of try to get back to that love of reading. And I love that you always try to see what's trending and then, you bring out that event because that's what's bringing this people. And like I say, it's always a good problem to have too many people. I've been there. I know how it feels, but every time I come to an event, you guys always make it work. And I'm sure it's all things behind the scenes, but everything seems to work out great. So that speaks great about your team. So I'm very, very excited to be here and do the 3-year term. Go ahead, Miss.
Okay, my name is Rosie Maldonado. I am also an educator, elementary setting. So, just to see the amount of activities and things that are going on is really great. So I also I am going to promote that tween night for my 4th graders. And, it's great to see how, like you mentioned, after, pandemic and the kids really had a hard time. So this is great to see them and you guys bringing them in to be able to have that, that friendships being built and them collaborating here through all these different activities, which is really amazing. So very excited.
Awesome. Hi, folks. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. My name is Joe Colon Valles. My pronouns are he, him, el. I am really happy to be here on this board. My day job, I'm a senior organizing specialist. I work for the National Office of Planned Parenthood, but I get to work from home remotely here out of South Texas. I travel a lot, but I love Brownsville. Brownsville's my home. I was raised here. I was raised in this library. I've shared with some of y'all, I used to throw fits. Before we had a Southmost library, my poor father had to drive me all across town to come to this library. Later on, when I was in foster care, my foster home was around the corner. And I used to walk out and just come here to the library because, God forbid, my foster home wasn't really paying attention, but I was here at the library. I was reading. And so the library became a very much like a space for me to sort of be able to just be myself away from the environment I was growing up in. And now as an adult, I work from home, so I get to come sometimes, a couple times out of the week to work out of the library, check out a space, and just do some work. And so I really enjoy the library. And Last fall, the city decided to dismantle the LGBTQ task force, which I was a former co-chair of and founding member. They challenged us to join other boards, although I wasn't on the task force for the past 2 years. I think, given everything that's happening in our communities, I'm a firm believer that civic engagement begins by having your library card. And so I'm all about in creating those spaces for our community to really plug in, connect with each other, build. And it starts at the library. It started for me at the library, and I'm really happy to be here with a bunch of amazing folks, it looks like. I'm not an educator, but I work in community. I care deeply about, the things that happen every day to our gente outside of these doors. But the library, if it was a space for me, I hope it's a space for other people also to find that safe space. Yeah.
Thank you all for volunteering your time to be here with us, and we look forward to working with you and also hearing any ideas and how we can always expand our services, our programs, and how we can all work together to bring more people in. Oh, literacy.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that motion.
Yeah.
Aye.